Hello there. We're going to do another multiplication problem. So as you can see right here, I already have my array built because I have 13 11 times. So is there any exchanging or regrouping that I can do? So did you say that I can take 10 tens and I can exchange them for 100? Absolutely, it's still 10 tens. 10 tens are 100. Anything else? I like it. Did you say here? Those 31s, because there's 31s here. Those 31s can become 3 tens. And you can tell that my array still works. Everything still lines up. I didn't take any area away. All I did was regroup so that way I could have my hundreds and my tens and not have to have all those units there. Okay? So now let's think about how this connects to an area model. So I'm going to slide this down. And the very first thing I did last time was I said, okay, 13, if I decompose it into tens and ones, I get 10 plus 3. And if I decompose 11, I have 10 plus 1. Because all I'm doing is decomposing down into my individual place values. So we also want to label everything. Now, as you can see here, I want you to see where these labels are coming from. So I'm going to draw an outline around this so you can see where my area model comes from. Because we made our array with the 13 times 11, but I want you to see where this area model is coming from. So do you agree right here that this would be 10? So we have 10 here. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So the 10 plus 3 is right here. And then we have 10 here and 1 here. So 10 plus 1 right there. So you can see that that came from us decomposing our numbers. So this is a representation of the decomposition. Now I'm going to move this over to the side here. I'm just going to move it over. We can still see it, but I'm just going to move it on over, keep it all lined up. And I'm going to draw a picture representation of this. So you can see each piece right here. Now, I am going to multiply each piece of our picture representation, which is our area model, because we are actually finding the area of each piece. That's why it's called area. So we have 10 times 10, which is length times width, and 10 times 10 equals 100, which was the 100. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say my 10 times 1. So 10 one time, so that's 10 one time. So 10 times 1 equals 10. Now I've moved down. I want this piece, and I like to follow my fingers. I want this piece right here. I want to find this area right here, and that is 3 times 10. 3 times 10. And our last piece in here is our 3 times 1. And I'm going to follow it down. 3 times 1. So now I have each area and I just need to find how much the total area is. So I'm going to add those up. 100 plus 10 plus 30 plus 3. So 3, 4, 1. 143. So let's check and see. Does that match this total area? We have 100, 20, 30, 20, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 143, 143. So do you think we're ready to try one without making the base 10 model? I think so, because sometimes they're just gonna get bigger. And here's our last problem for the day. I don't know about you, but I do not want to get out that many base 10 blocks. But I know how to do an area model. So the first thing I do with an area model is I have to decompose my numbers into their place value. So 10s and 1s, so 60 plus 30. And then how about this one here? 80 plus 4, awesome sauce. And then I draw my handy dandy area model. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I do have to label my pieces. So I know I have 63, so 60 plus 3 times 80 plus 4. So I'm all labeled, and now it's time to multiply each section. So I have 60 times 80, I'm finding this area right here. So 60 times 80, which 6 times 8 is 48, 10 times more, 10 times more. Now I have 60 times 4, 6, follow my fingers. So 60 times 4, 6 times 4 is 24, and 10 times more. I have 3 times 80, follow my fingers. 3 times 80, 3 times 8 is 24, and 10 more. And our last little chunk here, we have 3 times, what do you think? Absolutely, 3 times 4. So who remembers what we do with all these areas now? You are right on the money. I add them up. So I have 4,800 plus 240. Bam, bam. I like to check them off so that I make sure that I've added all my pieces. So now I have another 240. And then my last piece of 12. So my answer is 5,292. That would have been a lot of base 10 blocks. So remember, this week we're multiplying with area models. So make sure to show all your work with area models. Have a great day.